Anyone who's recently been to Cineworld will know that it's in a mess. Its current predicament and ambitious plans to paint a picture of a company caught between reinvention and existential threat is desperation. Following its collapse into Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2022 and subsequent delisting from the London Stock Exchange in August 2023, Cineworld's attempt at resurgence now hinges on a delicate strategy, re-entering public markets with a New York listing in the first half of 2026 and as a possible path forward. This move is significant, hinting at a renewed focus on operations outside the UK, where prospects appear more promising. But optimism needs to be tempered by the uncertainty surrounding its domestic performance. The potential sale of UK operations is both a pragmatic step and an implicit admission of difficulty. The UK's division struggles are underscored by closures and restructuring plan that has met with resistance from landlords, a stark reflection of its precarious financial state and of the depression of its staff. The revelation that Cineworld narrowly avoided insolvency on a cash flow basis earlier this year, unable to meet its quarterly £15.9 million rent bill without additional funding, highlights the depth of its challenges. Competitors like Odeon are ready to capitalise, possibly acquiring some of Cineworld's sites. This readiness underscores a broader reshuffling in the cinema industry, where financially healthier operators are poised to step into the breach left by Cineworld's contraction. The spectre of nearly 20 more closures looms, threatening job security for thousands and casting doubt on Cineworld's resilience within the UK market. In evaluating the viability of Cineworld's public market return and whether optimism is justified, one must consider the global landscape for cinema post-pandemic. While a New York listing could inject necessary capital and position Cineworld in a more lucrative market, the ability to sustain and grow amidst rising streaming competition and fluctuating consumer habits remains uncertain. The importance is to establish Cineworld, or cinema in general, as a different experience to television and streaming a video on your phone or your computer. That's not about popcorn. It's not about these small little pokey cinemas. It's about the big experience. And Cineworld and cinema needs to go back to the 1950s to realize how brilliantly cinema competed and responded to the first tentative rises of television. It responded with Cinerama, CinemaScope, with size, with the event cinema, with the intermission in the middle of the film. That's how it responded. And I don't think the present cinema experience, with the surly staff and these incomprehensible deals, is a way forward. Cineworld's hedge fund backers, their plans signal a strategic pivot and potential lifeline, but any justified optimism needs to be cautious, acknowledging the deep structural and financial challenges still looming. Cineworld needs to grow in a rising stream of competition and fluctuating consumer habits. And Cineworld offers, I can't see what Cineworld offers that makes it appealing enough. It's not a pleasant experience. And, you know, One of the things I found so frustrating about my local cinema was the scaling back of when films begin. I'm a great fan for morning films because I don't fall asleep in them, and they seem to have all but disappeared. And you know, it's that scope. If you've got a building, use it. Find something to show on the screen. Find something that demonstrates the breadth of the experience, well beyond what you can get in at home. And the future of cineworld, the future of cinema, rests on its capacity to restructure effectively, to manage debt, to pivot operations to regions with higher growth potential, to do something interesting, to capture its audience, to navigate an industry that continues to redefine itself in a digital age, but to be part of that redefinition, rather than following the crowd. Cineworld, if it wants to survive, needs to lead the crowd. I only see it leading it down in a downward spiral. I'm sorry.